So in the mornings when you arrive at school, you come in through these doors and you'll see there's a water fountain just there which the children can access throughout the day. And we're in the dining room. First thing in the morning, the staff will be here to welcome the children, and we get toys and colouring and things like that out to keep them entertained. This is the canteen and the food prep area, where the children can buy snacks at break time and are served their lunch. And then this sign here just welcomes them into the main part of the school. So on this wall, you can see all the handprints of the children. And in September, we'll be whitewashing that wall and starting again with all our children. Get to put their handprints and their name. And then when we have a new photograph taken, we'll update this one as well. So there's stairs going upstairs there to the main body of the primary school, and down this corridor is to our early years, which I'm going to be heading now. Got lots of lovely motivational posters on the wall. And now we're in the early years centre. And for parents of younger children, you can see this is operated by a code, so it keeps the children safe at all times. So in through the door with the code on it, you can see we've got lovely artwork in here of the Gruffalo. And then in here, all the children have got their own pegs with their names on them, and they'll all be updated in September. And through here is our reception classroom, which is absolutely lovely. And lots of areas of learning with loads of activities for them to get on with. And if I come just out through here, next we have year one. And here's year one classroom. Again, very bright and colourful, and also with access to the playground. And just down a little bit, this is the foundation classroom. It's got two entrances. So if I go in through this one, you can see the carpet area here, where Mrs. Newbury and her staff deliver lessons. The children have their own toilet facilities just through here. And we've got a little kitchen prep area this side for the children's snacks. This room is lovely and big. Children have their own water fountain. And again, beautiful classroom, lots of activities for the children to do and keep them entertained. And they also have their own playground. So this is the only class that doesn't use the main body of the school. But outside you can see they've got lots of things to play on and climb on, but they are kept safe. In foundation class as well, there's usually a theme. Mrs. Newbury and her staff will teach the children their sounds using phonics schemes and start in early work with numbers, links between numbers, and then with their fine motor skills and all the different areas of learning. They get a lot of one-to-one attention, so that it really gives them a head start before they move into reception class.
Okay, Mrs. Norton, well, thank you for showing us around the foundation school. I understand you're going to take us upstairs in a minute and show us the top of primary. But one of a couple of things that parents keep sending questions in to me is asking, what type of activities then do the primary school actually do?
Okay, well, we do a lot of activities in the primary school, and for a lot of them I use the teachers from the secondary school. After I've written the timetable, I see what capacity we've got. For example, we've always got capacity in our state-of-the-art kitchen with our home economics teachers, so every child in the primary school gets to do some cookery, at least for a half of term. They make things like brownies and pizzas and healthy options such as kebabs and smoothies. And the teachers are very good at linking it into the topic that the class are studying. So for example, if they were studying World War II, they would have recipes based on what the rationing was at that time.
Fantastic. So what's topic then? What's that about?
Topic is our afternoon curriculum. In the mornings, the children do maths and English. We think that's the most important aspects of the curriculum, where the children become fluent readers. They read for pleasure. They have a really good understanding of number. They understand the links between number and answering questions in context, or problem solving, numerical reasoning. And the talk for writing scheme that we use really develops their vocabulary and their creative writing. So that's all in the morning. In the topic then in the afternoon, that's more art, music, science, and all the other subjects, humanities, where we pick a topic. So it could be something like scrumdiddlyumptious is a favourite one, which is about food and health eating in the body. So the children will learn about the human body, but there's always a trip attached to the topic. And they would do something like Mahaka in Cardiff city centre, which is a Mexican restaurant. The trip would go there. The children get to make a Mexican meal and then get to eat it. So it's always really interesting. The children absolutely love their topic lessons because it does bring the curriculum to life, and there's always a really nice trip.
Oh, brilliant. Now, one of the things that I was asked the other day is about languages and, whether we bother doing languages with younger children.
Well, I've got to say, we have gone out to consultation a few times with parents, and as a result, we don't teach Welsh in our school, but the children from reception up do get French lessons every week. And then when they go into the senior school, of course, they continue with French, but pick up Spanish as well.
Brilliant. One of the things that came across is the different activities we do after school and the things that the primary school get involved in. What type of things do they do?
We have ballet on for the boys and girls on a Wednesday. We also have a karate, and that's run by Mike Tan's clubs, which are, really popular clubs right across Cardiff. And he comes in once a week to do karate with the children. That's really popular now because it's been running long enough that the children are progressing through their belts. And Joe Calzaki, we've got a partnership with him. Mini Dragons, which is like a boxing, which is proving more and more popular.
That's brilliant. Now, one thing I know that I was talking to a parent yesterday about is about music and the importance of music in young minds. So can you tell us a little bit about what we do with music in the primary school?
We're really lucky to have a really good partnership with IMS, International Music School. They've got an office in the school and we let them use the building. A part of the provision with that is that all infant children from foundation up to year 2 have a weekly music lesson. In the junior school, we have choir, which practices weekly, again, facilitated by IMS. And another really nice thing that we do in the primary school is I ask all the children to write a story. The children are cottoning on to this now. It becomes a competition, and IMS and Alison King, who works in our library, choose one of the stories and they adapt it with music and lyrics and a script, and it becomes our musical play. So we've had Captain Cuddle's Adventures, which was Daniel Morse. We've had The Wishing Tree, which was written by a year 2 child. And the one that we're currently practicing for is called A Different Kind of Magic. So as soon as possible, we'll be producing that for parents.
That sounds brilliant. Right, so I think it's on with the tour then, and let's show us around the first floor of primary.
Okay.
So I'm at the top of the stairs, and this is the year 2 classroom and the year 3 classroom. So if I just go into year 2, you can see this is a lovely room. We've got carpet area for the children, maths working wall, a book corner, and lots of other challenging things around the room for the children. All classrooms have see-touch screens, so like giant iPads on the wall, so that the lessons can be really interactive. And you'll see if I go into year 3, a very similar setup, where the carpet area, book corner, maths wall, and so on. Most of these classrooms have sinks as well, so in terms of washing hands, that makes things very easy. and a skeleton. They must have been doing something about the human body in this class. So on the walls, it's always what topic that was done last time. So you can see year 2, we're doing something about fire. And then as we're coming up here to year 5, they were doing something about the Victorians. We have primary school office. So in here, Mrs. Price, our assistant principal, and Mrs. Turner, deputy head of primary, they share this office. And you can see there's a table here where children can have interventions for handwriting, maths catch-up and so on. And then this is year 5. Lots of lovely paintings that the children did before we had to close the building. They're still hanging up. And again, lots of things on the walls that the children have done. For a similar setup in all the rooms for consistency across the whole of the primary school. Children's toilets are on the corridor, makes it really easy for years 2 through to 6. And that's once they're upstairs in the morning, apart from break times, all the facilities are on this floor. I'll just go into year 4. We've got something really exciting in here. And that's not the skeleton on the wall. But you'll see here we've got a tortoise, except the tortoise is at home with Armin at the moment. But when Armin comes back to school, he'll bring the tortoise with him, and the tortoise lives in here so all the children can enjoy him. And the tortoise's name is Henry. And Henry will be going into year 5 when we come back in September. And at this end of the corridor, you can see it says science. So although the secondary school do use this classroom, this laboratory, science lessons for primary take place in here as well. And then just coming along here, we have year 6. And again, lovely classroom. You can see the sea touch on the wall there. And all of these classrooms overlook the playground, which today is a nice view because it's lovely and sunny. You can see because the school is closed, all our buses are parked in the playground. Primary also have a dedicated ICT suite, which is in here. So we've got about 20 or so computers, but as we cap our classes at 18, there's plenty of computers for everybody. And after school club for our 8 years and above start their after school club in year, we let them have half an hour on the computers. You see we've got sets of Lego Mindstorm over there, which are programmable Lego, which the children enjoy. And you've probably noticed as we've walked around, lots of things that are motivational on the wall. Our ethos in Kings Monkton is very much work hard but be kind always. So lots of things about kindness and friendship, doing the right thing, all the way around the walls all the time. And on this wall here, you can see this is the student council and some of the charity events that we've done. And of course all of these children now in year 6 are currently doing our transition activities because they're going into year 7. So all the children who are in year 5 on this wall, I'm sure will be putting themselves forward for the council again. And in year 6, we look for positions of responsibility and leadership, like playground buddies and looking after the younger children. So plenty of opportunities, as well as the school council, for those to get involved with now in September. So that's our primary school. Hope you've enjoyed the little quick tour, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again in September.